Hey, James here, welcome back to the Vintage Model Company. Today we're unboxing this model, the SE5a, and kicking off a new build series. And I can't wait to get building this thing, so let's get started. If you're not familiar with this aeroplane kit, then here's a quick promo that we made. Check it out.
The Legends of Flight SE5a is a 24-inch wingspan, beginner-orientated RC aircraft kit. Instead of getting you to source all of the extra hardware and electronics yourself, we decided to reimagine what a model aeroplane kit should be like and what it should contain. Subsequently, we've designed an all-round, beautiful model aircraft that's unlike anything else out there at the moment.
Right, here's the box. We make this in our workshop. They're hand assembled, cut on the laser cutters and painted blue like this. Very nice blue. So you can keep this for putting all your gear and stuff in after you've built the SE5a, so that's a nice extra feature. So on the box you get some information about the model and some of the logos. So this is in our Legends of Flight series, so obviously it's one of our radio control models and includes all of the electronics apart from, of course, your receiver and your transmitter, which obviously you might want to use your own ones, so that's why we don't include those. Although we do have the DX6e and a few other radio systems on our store, so check that out. We did a video of the unboxing of one of those radios, so check that out. There's a link in the description box. To undo this box, you start by taking these tabs out of the cardboard sleeve. This comes off. And then you're left with the box. So let's take the top off. Immediately you're faced with these nice cardboard sections. You've got your mechanics, so that's all your electronics and all the hardware and stuff, your propeller. And then you've got your materials, which are the glues and there's different things in there that you need to construct your model. And then you've got your instruction booklet, which will show you step by step how to put the model together. So you can read this. This is your in-depth, super detailed guide with all the photos and everything, and all the different steps and all the different pieces that you need to cut out. But of course we're doing a build series here, so you'll get a good impression of how the thing goes together on this YouTube channel. So let's put that over here for now. Let's have a look at, let's do the mechanics first. I'm going to lift this center section out. Let's put it there. You can access this box, branded very nicely. Ta-da! In this box you get your hardware, detail pieces. This is a vacuum form pilot, for example, and you've got electronics. So this is your brushless motor that comes with the model. Opening it up, you've got your hardware for the motor. You've got your heat shrink, bullet connectors here, prop saver and other options for mounting the propeller. And then further down, you've got the motor itself. This is a Turnigy motor, very nice quality. So this is a 2211, so you're going to have good performance with the propeller that we supply in here. This is master air screw propeller with your propeller adapters here. These are some vacuum formed parts for your wheels. This is a bag of hardware, including hinges, your landing gear wire, and some screws and bolts and Velcro. All sorts of good stuff to finish the model. You've got some dowel, which is balsa dowel. This is the rubber tubing which makes up the tyres of the wheels. And this is some leather material which goes around the cockpit. I think that in real life this was to stop the pilot from whacking his head against the side of the cockpit, but I'm not entirely sure. Here's your plug for the battery. We'll be showing you how to solder this to the ESC in the next video. And you've got your two servos here. So these are again Turnigy branded, and yeah, we'll be showing you how to install these into the aircraft, into the fuselage later on. On this SE5a that we built earlier, you can see that we mounted the servos upside down in here, and the push rods go all the way back to the tail. So this is a 3-channel plane, so these are the only 2 servos that you need. So we'll be showing you how to install them in the fuselage like this, in a later video. Finally, you've got your ESC. For anyone who doesn't know, this controls the speed of your motor. Okay, let's go on to the materials. Exciting. Unbox this. This is where you get all of the included things that you need, the tools that we include to build the SE5a. So you've got a craft knife for cutting out the different parts. Obviously the wood is laser cut, so this is just to sort of cut out the tabs and pop out the pieces. And we have the included wood glue that you're going to be using on most of the builds. You have some super glue for certain parts, and you've got some 2-part epoxy adhesive. Sandpaper is used to sand the wooden parts. So for example, with this wing section, you'd need to sand it before you can apply the covering. And we'll be again showing you how to do that later on in this series. And you have this, which is modeling clay, which is used to weight the nose and get your center of gravity in the right place, which is incredibly important for model aeroplanes and real aeroplanes. Alright, let's go on to the next part. These are the decals for your Royal Air Force SE5a 1918 sort of edition. We've based our colour scheme of this SE5a on a real aircraft that fought in 1918. So these are the decals to make your aeroplane look exactly like that particular SE5a. Removing that, you get all of the good stuff in the form of your wood, your wood packs, bunch of balsa wood here of different thicknesses to create both your wings, your fuselage and the tail. Here you've got some plywood. This plywood is used more for the sort of structural stuff. Bulkheads where your motor attaches to. Here's a plate that helps space your motor correctly. And yeah, there's some parts for strengthening the landing gear arrangement, that kind of thing. There's some hardware for the struts that go between the wings. Under here you have your plan. So this is the main plan. If you're familiar with balsa wood aircraft, you'll know that this gets laid out on a building board and it's a 1-to-1 scale plan, and you build the aircraft over that plan. This is another part of the plan. It's another sort of template sheet. I'll be showing you more about this later. And this is the covering material, which is applied using a heat iron, and this shrinks the covering over the top of the wood. So you get that really nice shiny, very protective covering. Here's the wing that we were showing you earlier. This is what it looks like before you put the covering on, and then here's a wing with the covering on, and this is of course with this sort of more green, dark green covering. And you've got the lighter side under here, which is the colour of the underside of the aircraft. And then last but not least, you get the 2 push rods, which have already been bent, so you don't have to worry about doing lots of Z bends and things like that. We try to make it as easy as possible for you lot to build these aircraft and make sure that you have lots of success with them. So yeah, that's nice. You don't have to worry about the Z bends. Make sure to subscribe if you want to get the next episodes of this build series in your subscription box. We're going to be doing lots of in-depth build videos, going over the wing builds, covering of the thing, doing the electronics, as I said. That's the next episode. Yeah, exciting times. Can't wait to get started. And the next one will be on doing the electronics, setting up your radio and making sure that your motor's going the right way. All important things. All right, we'll catch you on the next one.